Let me tell you about my father. AJ got this T. Well, he ain't got a new TV. Excuse me. So he gave AJ his old TV.
Mm-hmm.
He put it in the seating area. Well, in the seating area of our room. So she's got the smart. She's got a smart TV now. So my
Fancy.
dad calls me and he's like, "Yeah, poor dad. I swear." So he's like, "Yo, he's like, can I put YouTube on my TV?" And I'm like, you can cast it, like you can send it from your phone through the Chromecast. I said AJ doesn't use hers anymore because her TV already has YouTube and stuff on it. Her TV has YouTube. What, what you mean? I'm like, yeah, she's got a smart TV. And remind you, we're on FaceTime. So you just see his face kind of twist up like, she got a smart TV? Do I got a smart TV? So being in the background, like, no, you don't. How she got a smart TV and I ain't got no smart TV? So I go upstairs, right? I get the Chromecast out her room and I go in his room and I'm like, I'll set it up because he was trying to watch a show on YouTube that was like it was something that was happening live or whatever. So I go to set it up, right? And he's like, I'm like, well, I gotta unplug one of your HDMIs. You want me to unplug the Xbox? And he's like, no, I'm gonna just watch it on my phone. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, and I'm gonna just get a new TV. I'm like, beloved. So now this nigga is getting a new TV because he found out that AJ's TV is better than his, and he can't be outdone by a 6-year-old.
I wouldn't want to be outdone by a 6 year old either. Shit.
Listen, and then on top of that, come to find out, he don't even. The main reason why he called me, it wasn't just to see if he can put the YouTube on the TV, but he was trying to figure out how to get to the show. And I'm like, you don't know how to work YouTube? He was like, I just watch what it pulls up. And I'm like, wait, what?
It's like whatever they give you is what I need.
I said, bro, you don't even know what you like, bro. The algorithms tell you what you like. He'll watch a video and then he'll just like go into the play next and find something else and go from there. So he's like, so you mean to tell me if I hit the magnifying glass and type in what I'm looking for, it'll bring it up? I said, doesn't it do that on every other platform with the magnifying glass? Like, yes. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, bruh. And I'll go in his room. He got like a nice recliner in his room, but he's sitting in his recliner. My dad's a little bit short.
Mhm.
So like his feet, it touches the floor, but it's just like just the tip of his toes. So he's just sitting there tapping his feet with his phone in a cup holder, watching his little YouTube show. Yeah, hey yo, my dad is the epitome of comfort, bruh. He got this little light that sits over his recliner so that he could see his phone better. Oh my god, yo, I swear, I only seen him once today. He only came out of his room like once or twice.
That's
Ugh.
weird, but okay.
No, it's not weird. It's when you make your space so comfortable that you don't need to be in the common spaces. Like I come out, I stay. Usually, I'm down here because I'm closer to my workshop if I feel like doing some work, or if I'm in the. Usually, I sit in like the kitchen at the island and I just be on my phone. But yesterday when I didn't feel well, I was in my room. That was the first time in a long time that I actually just stayed in my room. Like I didn't even come out. It was to the point I ain't even gonna hold you. I FaceTimed AJ and I said, "Girl," I said, "Hey, girl, what you doing?" She's like, "Nothing, watching TV." I said, "I could sure use some love." Oh, I'm on my way. She ran upstairs, right? So she starts passing, like, my room has this little I guess a coffee bar, if you will. So she starts passing the coffee bar. I say, "Stop, stop, stop, stop. Right there." She says, "What?" I said, "Before you come over here and give me that love, why don't you grab me a bottle of water?" She came over and hugged me. She don't even know that I only called her up there because I didn't feel like getting out of bed to get a bottle of water from my room.
That's so shit.
She was just so excited to come and give me that hug.
That's real love right there.
I said, yo, you the best, yo. I was not getting out of my room. So like I started in the seating area. So I was sitting on my couch. And then after a while, I was like, all right, I lifted my bed frame has it where it does that where it lifts the top.
Mhm.
So I lifted that up to a seating position, put my pillows up the way I like it, and I just was laying in bed watching that ballerina show on Netflix. What is it? Pretty Tiny Things or something like that.
Yeah, I tried to watch it, but I couldn't get into it.
Well, I don't know. Well, you know what? I do be loving that teen shit. So
Hmm.
I'm low key a teen. Like I like the teen novels. The what is it? Juvenile fiction. I'll be watching like the Hunger Games and shit like that. I'll be reading all that. I don't know what it is, but like when I see a movie that takes place in a high school or teenage environment, I gotta watch it. I don't know why. Like it's so good. Like, ooh, girl, these kids be wilding.
Did you watch Grand Army or no?
No, I didn't get around to watching it. It just seemed too weighted for me.
It is. There's rape and such involved.
Yeah, I'd have to. I gotta be in a different mind state for that. I don't think I've been. Well, that Ma Rainey movie was pretty weighted, but outside of that, like I don't. Yeah, I don't want to see a bunch of different colored kids going through shit. Well, that was shit. That's what's pretty what you call it is about anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't get into it. It just seemed too weighted. And then the little clip that they used to advertise it, it didn't catch me. I could stand up for myself. Oh, girl, please move.
I think that was probably Dom talking.
I have no clue. All I
With the
know is
black girl?
somebody went, yeah, it was, they were in the hallway. It was the clip that they were using to advertise it. Like, you know how it'll play a little bit when you skim over it?
Hmm.
And it was playing a little bit, and somebody came up and then somebody tried to defend her, and she turned around. I don't need you to defend me. I was like, oh, I already see you gonna get on my nerves. I'm good. You got
But
too much neck.
you would love that character so much.
Maybe I will. And you know what's probably gonna happen? It's probably gonna be like 7 months from now. And I'm like, oh, guess what I watched? Yeah,
Like,
probably be like that. But yeah, so I've been watching that Pretty Little Thing, and you know, I really got to Google because the character that plays like the head, I don't know, I guess they call it mistress at the schools when they live in them schools or whatever the main person in charge of the program, she plays in something else, and I just can't put my face. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and look it up now. Watch me be like, oh, that's what it is. And not for nothing, she's aged very well to be a white woman. Pretty Tiny Things. Hey, did your powers come in yet?
no.
Okay, me either.
We really go be about this power stick. Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
Some girl had made a tweet that was saying that when like we're supposed to be unlocking an ultimate DNA because melanin has a certain amount of electric something something, and when Jupiter and Saturn get into alignment, there's going to be an electro something something that passes through Earth, which is going to ultimately unlock our super DNA.
I just heard about it.
That's what it was. I couldn't figure out where I knew her from. She's from NCIS. Got it.
Never watched that in my life.
What? You crazy?
A little bit, but we get through.
She was married to Jim Carrey?
Hold up. What?
Yeah, wow, I didn't know that. From 96 to 97. She's been married 3 times.
Lauren
One, two,
House?
4 times. Yeah, Lauren Holly.
Is
But
this?
like she didn't look that good. Like as well as she looks in oh, okay, yeah, okay. Cause like I watch NCIS. My whole family watches NCIS, and she was the director for a minute. Um,
Jim Carrey's in a new Space Jam movie?
they're actually going through with the new Space Jam movie.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you hear HBO Max is going to have all their movies released in theaters and on the app at the same time?
Oh, because there aren't many theaters that are open everywhere.
Well, it's kind of a big deal, but the whole separate thing.
No, I mean I'm all with it because I have HBO Max, so I don't, and I have no intentions of going to a movie theater.
But they're so empty. It's nice.
No, I'm not. Yeah, nah. Even when I was into going to the like, 'cause my thing is, I don't want to spend so much money to have a good time, man. And it just, like with anything, I just feel like shit shouldn't be so fun, shouldn't be so expensive. And then I get mad at the places that charge these expensive rates. Like, Okay, if I want to go to the, well, I never want to go to the movies on a Friday night or a Saturday night. Like I've never, that's not been my thing. Unless we were in high school and I wasn't really going to the movies. I was going to honey hunt. Um, yes, honey, I'm hunting. I
They
need to, I
at the
need to pick something.
hold
But
up. Dating looking for dates at the movies?
say what?
Y'all looking for dates at the movies?
I never looked for a date. I was looking for a nigga.
Okay.
I'm not looking for no date. I'm looking for a nigga. Maybe a nigga to take me on a date, but I ain't looking for no date at the movies. I'm going to the movies because that's where the niggas was hanging. And if you wanted a nigga, you gotta go to. I don't like the way I said that. Niggas and hanging. I don't think that should be in the same sentence. If you wanted to get you a nigga, you gotta go to where the niggas be. And at that time in my life, the niggas is at the movies. And I happen to enjoy a blue large slushy, so why not? The only thing that gets me is the fact that if I want to adequately quench my thirst and my snacking indulgence, that should be like $60.
Ooh, that reminded me of when I went to a date at a movies. That girl wasted all that food, made me so mad.
You said a what movie?
Okay, when I was in Job Corps, not a
Mm,
after the student, I went on a date with a girl there, and she, first of all, she flipped out on the people for taking too long, even though we were the one that was late for the fucking movie. And then
mm,
ordered all this shit, thinking me and her gonna eat it. I'm like, I don't eat half of this shit. I bought
mm.
it, and then she's like wasting all of it. I'm just like, nigga.
See, that's a whole nother topic. How you should act on dates, bro. All of that you don't supposed to eat all your food on it. No, let me tell you something. If you ever are taking me out anywhere, I am probably one of the few people in the world that is gonna make sure you get every motherfucking penny worth of what you spend.
Isn't that how most black women are? I know if my
It
old
should be, but
y'all put
when you say
out.
black women, I'll say like older black women. These young bitches be thinking that you just supposed to waste money on them like the shit still grow on trees. Nah, I've always been the type like, yo, if you want to take me out, like, or if you paying for something, trust and believe. Like, I'm not wasting the food. If you buy me a drink, or well, don't buy me no drink because I don't really. I remember one time I was on a date. Well, no, I wasn't on a date. Me and my homegirl, the one that I was actually talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
we were at Fridays, and anybody who knows me knows chicken wings is my thing, especially at Fridays. So, well, you know that you saw me at Friday,
Yeah,
but
you.
yeah, I'll be fucking them up.
Yeah,
So we would go to Fridays. Like, yo, I don't know how we would manage to like run from one happy hour to the next. Like we get there at like 6 and then we leave at like 11. So we'd be in both happy hours and shit. But so like I was sitting there, I'm eating my wings, and the dude legit sent me over another order of wings. And he was like, I wanted to buy you a drink, but when I seen how you was killing them wings, I figured you'd enjoy this more. I was like, yo, what's your name? What's your name, yo? I like you. You pay attention. You think. You got a girlfriend. Like, yo, that's my yeah, wings. So I'm not wasting nobody's money. I try not to waste anybody's money because like I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste your money. I won't waste your time above anything else. My goal is to not waste your time because you can't get that back. If I a couple of dollars you probably could get back. But I'm only like I'm considerate of those things because I've been in situations and I've dated people where, you know, they ain't really have it like that. I've dated honestly, I've dealt with millionaires and then I've dealt with, you know, regular ass Joes. And I always anybody who's listening, if you were ever wondering, them niggas, them industry niggas with monies, they don't be tricking on you all like that. It be them regular Joe niggas that be wanting to take care of you. Them niggas with money, they might throw a couple of dollars your way or buy you something fancy, but them niggas, them regular Joe niggas, they want to see you do better. And there's a difference in that. That's a whole nother conversation right there. Because sometimes people, you know, we look at these industry people, and then I was young when I was messing with them. And I'm like, you know, oh, I'm messing with this person. He just got this Range Rover. He just got this. He just got that. I ain't never really seen none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like oh, you tricking on me. Like, you know, I'm benefiting from all of this. Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't much of any of that. But them regular Joe niggas, them niggas be. You hungry? Come on, let me take you to get something to eat and make sure here, take this plate home with you. You know, my mama cooked here. You know what I'm saying? They really be making sure that you straight, and it's like that's where you need to be. But yeah, so I've dated, people with money, I've dated people without money, and it's just like if you ain't got money to spend, then give me your time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to waste none of that. I'm not trying to waste your time or your money, but definitely not your time. Because if it ain't me, it could be somebody else. And I hope they ain't gonna waste your time either. But I'm not gonna hold you where you ain't, where your time isn't being utilized properly.
And I do think that does sum up a lot of this, what we speaking of. Just making sure you don't waste somebody's time where they
That
can.
part. And I hate that because I be feeling like there's a lot of times where, like, for me, I went through something where, you know, I found out that like it was like like you just was wasting my time just for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just was literally holding me in this position where you had no intentions of utilizing the time. You know what I'm saying? That you holding up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit, whoo, that changes everything. And I think that's really what made me like on some I don't like slow goodbyes. So if you say like say you be like, y'all don't want to be your friend, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Get out my face so I can process. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where you don't once you have your time wasted and for the amount of what I was investing and to see that it like I literally was just dumping and funneling into an empty well. I mean like a bottomless well.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Just year funneling it and nothing coming back from it. And then for it to actually come back just like, oh yeah, no, I had no intentions of being on the receiving end of that. What the fuck? Why you ain't say something? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you could have said something earlier than that, and then I would have stopped funneling all of this shit because it did. If it's not doing anything for you, you just letting me waste my time. So now it's just like I'm extra sure that you can't, I'm not trying to waste nobody's time, and I just don't want nobody to waste my time either. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying my hardest to be courteous to people in that aspect. If I can't do something for you, or if you're looking at me for something and it's not gonna happen, I'd rather just mm-mm, nah, I'm not gonna do it, and I don't want you to think I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna say I feel like there was somebody recently that I said something like that too. It was just like, oh, I was on the phone with my homeboy, poor thing. And and I went to say, like, I called him to vent about something and I had touched a point. I had said something like I had used an example to kind of prove my point. And he wanted to go off on a tangent about the example. I said, I'm sorry, not right now. We can talk about that next time I call. Back to me.
Dang.
Because it wasn't that personal. It was just that I had a limited amount of time to get the vent off. You know what I'm saying? And when I called and he answered, I said, hey, I need to vent for a second. I really need to get this shit off. Do you got a moment? He said, yeah, I got a moment. All right, bet. Now I'm not trying to, once I get started on a vent, I need to get it out. Like that just needs to happen. And then I know how we are. So sometimes like he'll jump on a topic and then from that topic he'll jump on the next topic and the next topic and they're like, oh, I didn't call you for a whole conversation, I just called to vent. Now if you want to have a whole conversation about your life too, that's fine. Let me vent, hang up, you call me back, then it's your turn.
What is this?
Told you I ain't shit.
I mean, I don't think it's not an ancient.
But the thing is, like, to keep it a buck, I don't know, like, personally, I don't, because it's not like the people who are close to me and who I'm this way with, they understand that it's not me being ill, like, it's not me having ill intentions or whatever. Because, like I said, if you're there for me, I'm always going to be there for you. Even if I don't feel like being there for you, I might roll my eyes, but I'm not gonna like not be there for you, especially if you show me that you can be reliable. I can only do my best to match that. You know what I'm saying? So like my friend that I was just talking about, there's never a time when he can't call me like, yo, I need you to pull up. I need you to come. I got a flat tire. I need you to pull up. I ran out of gas. I need you to pull up. I got this and that. I need you to pull up. Now, mind you, this is me and Aunt's mutual friend. You know what I'm saying? And I remember there was a day where he was calling and Aunt looked at the phone and he was like, God, man. I said, mm-hmm. He's like, because he probably needs something. I don't feel like leaving the house, but I know that I'm going to have to, like, I'm going to help him regardless. Like, because when you have somebody who's constantly there for you, you don't shit on them. You know what I'm saying? You return that reliability. So anytime he needs us, we always there because anytime we need him, he's always there. And that's individually. Like honestly, like I'll call him if I have an emergency, he's probably like the second person I call.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and the same and vice versa. It's just like, you know, but I also know how the conversation can go. So when I call, he's like, hey, me, focus on me for a minute. We can talk about you in a second. Let me get this off. And then sometimes he'll call me and he'll just be, he'll vent, for a couple of hours because that's how we do, and then we keep it moving. It's a mutual thing, and if he calls me and he needs the vent, and I start taking it to me, hey, bring it back. I ain't gonna be mad. I'm be like, right, we put a pin in that.
That sounds like a good character in case you ever do a script.
What?
Just that kind of relationship, because that's a good joke right there.
You think so?
Mhm.
It's my life.
I don't.
But
If life is a joke, if you're gonna take it that way.
no, but like that's really where it comes down to. It's just I don't remember how we got onto that.
Talking about not wasting people's time and friendship.
Yeah. We just here to not waste no time. We just here to keep it like if you can do anybody a favor, don't waste their time. If that's the least thing that you can do, just don't waste their time because we can't get it back. And then on top of that, like that's another thing I learned about 2020 is how important time is to me. First of all, it's one of my love languages. So that's number one. But I think it's one of my love languages. And I think it's so special to me because when somebody's offering you, like, you could be anywhere in the world. Like, I mean, you could be anywhere. You could be with anyone. And you're choosing to be, giving me that time.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like whenever somebody gives me their time, it's just like, wow, I'm so appreciative of it. But that's one of those things. Remember what I told you earlier, when people make you feel a certain way and you start attaching the feeling that they made you feel directly to them, and you start craving that feeling. That's how I am with time. That's why it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please don't give me too much this time because it might not look too pretty on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm be able to hold myself together. So
Ah,
yeah. So I mean, like, and I think it's because I be wanting time from people. So it's like I can't even allow myself to fully enjoy it sometimes because I know like it'd be like, oh, I want more. I want more. And then, you know, you don't really always be in positions to receive more of the time. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, I've been learning that I'd have to know my role and sometimes shut my mouth.
Mm. Yeah, for me, I think I've just been having to the things that I want the most, I've been having to kind of mm, find ways to not want them or find ways to ignore the want.
Hmm.
Yeah.
One more time for the people in the back. Can you say that?
The things that I want the most, I have to find ways to not want them or find ways to ignore the want because
And how do you separate the one from the need?
I think I've convinced myself that the things I need um, are just wants so that I don't feel like I'm cheating myself for not having them or for not getting to them.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
So you, the word I'm looking for is not downplay.
I mean, in essence, yeah.
So you lessen the need so that you can convince yourself that it's not as strong as. Hold up. 2 seconds.
Yeah. You're on the right track.
Let me. Okay, let me stop trying to do extra processes of how you're thinking and just make it simple for my own mind.
But you're on the right track though. You're saying it exactly right. Like I basically the things that I need, I've convinced myself that it's not a need, it's a want, so that I don't feel bad for not pursuing it. So that I'm not mad at myself for not getting my
So
quote unquote needs.
that's of an essential more of an option.
Hmm.
They're trying to make what is essential an option.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I'm to be completely honest, I try to make what's essential. I try to just disregard it entirely.
And try to just figure out a way to live without it.
That part. Just try to figure out how to live without it. Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. And
Maybe
it feels like I'm cheating myself sometimes, but it's like, you know,
or
it is. I am.
maybe figuring
I
out other
am.
people as well.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I just after a while, like you kind of just feel like I don't know. I guess because not projection. It's like
Mhm.
let's see. Now I'm you trying to find the words. Um it's like if everybody around you tells you're ugly and you start to believe you're ugly.
Been there in that situation.
So yeah, that's it's kind of like that. Like the things that I need, I feel like, maybe they're being downplayed outward, like, in my environment, so that now I feel like I'm downplaying it because, you know, I don't know.
I'm trying to pick up what you talk about.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like I done put it in the air. Now I'm trying to hit it back up. So like I'm volleying it and shit. Like it just it's like I don't know. Like I just downplay my needs. Like the thing and it
Is it
I
because it
yeah,
require too much effort?
they don't, but it's been made to seem as if they do. And I
So
think because of that, it's like, oh, this is a lot of work, so I guess I shouldn't need it.
So it's when it comes to these needs, you think it's something that should be because it's essential should come easier than it actually is. And because it doesn't, it seems like it's optional because if you can live without it, then why would I need it?
That's where I'm at now.
Okay.
Now it's just like I don't I don't know how to explain it. Now it's just kind of like
Look at you having homework to do.
I know this is turned into a fucking therapy session. Now it's kind of like I don't like it. Like I said, now I question if it's a want or if it's an actual need. But then again, I know that it's a need, but because I've learned to live without it, it's like maybe it's now just a want.
Let's change the words we're using. Would it
Okay,
be something that fulfills you or would it be something that takes away from you?
run that back one more time.
If you had this thing, would it be fulfilling or would it be
Fulfilling. It would be
yeah.
so fulfilling. It would build me up. I'd probably be a completely different person. I'd be at so much more peace. My anxiety wouldn't be as high as it has been. I'd be, yeah. So I guess maybe it is a need.
That's
Yeah.
into psychology.
Yeah, nah. I definitely would feel entirely different. But again, it's just, I think I've convinced myself that, I'm I guess I'm trying to pick up for not having those needs by putting energy into other things that I am capable of accessing.
You remind me of my boss a little bit, and it sounds like you're trying to find placeholders.
I don't know. Um, yeah. I mean, honestly, like at this point, I think I've just thrown myself into building and sketching in that, because it's like I don't know if that I'm going to be able to get, um, you know, I don't know. Like that's where I've been finding,
Well, from what I
you know
know,
what it is, like building and creating. I think it's symbolic of, I don't know.
no. Let me get into a good place here. What
Mm.
you're looking for is the fulfillment that comes from being on stage, creating, collaborating, everything, and you're getting that from building stuff. You are taking
Yeah,
something
but
from
you know
nothing.
what? Even that, like, even wanting to be on stage and wanting to interact with people, from that's from all the time that I wasn't able to do that
Hmm.
in the ways that I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I found I just said, like, I started pouring myself into other ways to compensate for those things that I needed, that
Yeah,
I wrote off as once. So when I'm on stage and when I'm like creating and stuff like that, it fulfills me because it's a different part of me that I'm able to highlight. I'm able to get love there. You know what I'm saying? Like when I create something and people see it and they're like, yo, this is dope. Like I'm getting that what I'm seeking. I'm getting that not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be positive feedback, but that attention where it's like, okay, well, this not what I wanted, but because I put my heart here and I'm seeing that I'm seeing something from it. It's like, I'll take this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like women who, not even just women, but people who just dive into work because they don't really have much else for them on the other side. And I know you can relate to that. I ain't trying to put you on blast, but I know you can relate to that.
I get you. When you have something you're passionate about and you get some type of return from it, it fulfills you in ways with the thing you actually want you can't get. Or
Exactly exactly that. I've thrown myself completely into work. Like that's where I get, because I feel like if I can make that work, if I can, do my buildings, my creations, produce content, make other people smile, make other people feel something,
mhm.
I will feel more like I'm doing something,
I think you
like
want to.
I'm having an impact, because I don't, like, it's hard for me to feel with the environments that I've been in. It's like I don't feel like my that I've been having like an actual impact. Like, oh, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's just like there's no attention there. So it's like when I see, you know, I post my work, or I post something that I build, or I post something that I'm working on, and it's like, oh, people, oh, that's cool, it's cool, it's cool. And it's not even that, like, I'm looking for the, this is great. I don't need you to fill my head up. It's just the fact that you see it, the fact that you see me, you know,
Mhm.
that right there is like good. I'm good with that. It makes me feel much better. It makes me feel, I don't want to say validated, but it makes me feel something.
You feel like you belong.
That part. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So,
And you know you have an impact. The reason I have my job is because of you. You,
I mean, I have an impact, but it's just, I
you
think
just
that when we put that, I don't know, like, I don't want to say like all the marbles in one basket, but when we put all of the things that we want to see into one spot and we don't see it from that spot, it's just like it doesn't feel like, you just, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of didn't make sense, but whatever.
no, we're working through things and we're coming.
Yeah. You over here
Life
got me
wasn't
doing
done in
some
the
work.
day. In your early 30s, I'm late 20s. You know, can't have it all figured out.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's just, I've pretty much convinced myself that I don't. I don't need the things that I thought I needed. And I'm not gonna lie, like some of that stuff I still get triggered by. And that's why it's like I know that I need to work on it. And I just haven't figured out how I'm supposed to work on it. Because like case in point today, somebody had sent something and it triggered the fuck out of me. And it shouldn't have. It really should not have. And I didn't say anything to anybody about it, but it was just like I just looked at it and I was like, this is very nice. And I just put it down and I'm like, and then the reasons that it triggered me is a lot of projection. It's like, me projecting what I want slash need and seeing it there, and it's just like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it kind of made me, I don't know.
So when it comes to this trigger, was it a trigger like a trigger setting you back, or trigger something that was going to push you forward?
All trigger, like if I say it's a trigger, it means it's setting me back. I
Mm.
don't, the things that push me forward, I don't consider them triggers. I feel like triggers are it's triggering me to feel a negative way. I don't
Oh,
feel triggered into positivity. I feel triggered into negativity. So when I seen it, it was kind of like a almost like a reminder of what I couldn't get or what I couldn't have. And I think that's what made me feel triggered. It's not like I wanted exactly what I saw, but it was just like a dang, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I respond to things now too. Like I don't even I guess I just suppress things now. Like I just 2020 was such a learning year, but it also taught me like it also like kind of guarded me more. So like
mm,
I'm a little bit more guarded. Like I don't I can't make everybody understand where I'm coming from. And
mm.
so because that is so overwhelming to try to make everybody understand where I'm coming from now, it's to the point where it's just like I don't even care if I'm understood or not. Like I'm not putting myself out there to be understood.
It's like I forget if it was Whitney Cummings or somebody else said, maybe Amanda Seals. If somebody comes to the situation not with the intention of not understanding you, you can't do anything about that.
Exactly. And that's I feel like that's where I was for a while. Like I just not me coming to situations like that, but other people. What the hell was that?
I don't know, but it sounds
Oh,
like
the no, that was the air freshener. But like, just and I constantly say that, like, yo, I can't I'm not about to explain myself if you're committed to not understanding what I'm saying. And I feel like that a lot though. Like, but it's just like, you know, that and then I have to hear Rob's voice. Why are you explaining yourself? You know what I'm saying? And I actually have to stop and ask myself, like, wait, why are you explaining yourself? You've said this before. Or you because like I'm pretty vocal and like I'll stop expressing myself once I've said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for the most part, I just be like, yeah, whatever. I make that's really how I cope. Like I just make jokes about it to make it seem like I'm okay. Or like, shit don't bother me, but it is what it is. That's always been my coping mechanism. And I
oh,
found out my at the time my coworker was dating my ex-boyfriend at the same time that he and I was trying to like get back together. And like we ended up she invited me to a basketball game to see her boo, like to go with her to watch her boo play, and it actually happened to be my boo. And it was like, he walked over and he ain't know what to do, where to sit. And so he sat next to me and I'm in the middle, she on one side, and he talking to me, but he trying to like, play it cool. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm all like nuzzling up to him. What's wrong with you, my nigga? Like, come on, it's me. Like, and he, like, I just stopped and I looked over at her. And every time I get closer to him or scoot closer to him, she get a little uncomfortable. If I was like, where your boy at? And she's like, hmm. And then he turned his head and she turned her head. I said, oh, shit. Oh, hmm. And I was like, all right, well, let me go ahead and get out of y'all's way. Yes, honey. So that was a very trifling time in my life. Like I joked through that moment, but it was like, you want to talk about my feelings? Oh, did I die? No, I'm about to. You want to talk about somebody's feelings being hurt, honey? I was. My feelings was hurt. I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to sit next to them. So in order for me to give them their space, I went and sat with his father.
Wow.
Because his father, like I said, like this was like somebody I was like had, we were boyfriend girlfriend when we were young. We boyfriend girlfriend throughout some of the years, and like and so like his father like adores me and my sister. So I went over there, what's wrong with my baby? And I'm like, child. I explained to him what happened. He was like, ooh. But yeah, like I had to joke my way through those moments. So it's like when things bother me, if they're still triggering to me, then I just make jokes about them until they don't bother me anymore. And I know like some people will be like, yo, you keep like you like this was a problem for you, and I tried to change it, but you keep making jokes about it. And it's just like that's because I don't feel like there had been any change there. Like so it's still a problem for me. But instead of me saying like this is a problem for me, I'd rather just make a joke about it to lighten it up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like you with your we thing. Like it's just like a defense mechanism. If I can make it so that everybody is like I'm laughing here, you're laughing here, whatever. Now it just it makes it easier for me to process, for me to just move through. But yeah,
Makes me
yeah. So I guess that's because like a comedian, most comedians just joke their way through anything that hurts them or makes them feel away. Like we just make a joke about it and keep it moving. That's why most female comedians, when they first start, if you listen to the stories, it's all about heartbreak because niggas had to find a way to make that pain funny. We had to find a way to laugh about it to get through it. So it's like you just make a joke about it. For me, I just make a joke about it, and then I downplay a lot, downplay the severity of how it hit me. Or even in a joke, sometimes I don't downplay it. Sometimes I'll make a joke and I'll be like, yeah, I'm real fucked up, ain't I? And I just be like saying something like, straightforward, and you just be laughing so much that you don't even realize that I just really told you that. That's like in a DMX song or in the DMX verses when he did against, I think it was Snoop, and and he had mentioned like I don't think one of the songs or something had mentioned that he was like assaulted or molested as a child, and everybody just kind of breezed over it dancing or whatever, and it's just like it's one of those moments like, oh, niggas didn't even realize, okay, well, we just gonna keep dancing with it then. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even realize that I just told you how fucked up I've been, but you laughing so hard that you don't even, and that's fine because I just needed to get it off my chest. I didn't need you to, you know, give
yeah.
me anything for that. But yeah, that's needs, want to, whatever.
That is a nice getting in depth with the thing.
Oh, that was so in depth with it. I don't even know how we got there, but I know that we've been recorded for a while.
At least in 2.5 hours.
And I said to myself I was given a 1 hour.
You're so funny. What was that like? This is the
You know what really gets me is the fact that I have the Google Meets thing on my phone. So like it just be feeling like a phone conversation, and I will hold you on the phone, boy. You know that.
I
Because
know.
some days on the weekends, boy, you be running all my errands with me.
It'd be all right with me.
Yeah, I'll be with you right there at the farmer's market,
Oh
getting
my
your
God, they
fruits.
actually have fruit. I'm so happy. But at the same time, now I'm mostly just eating fruit. I don't know if that's like a staying working from home thing or what.
I mean, I'm not. I think that's wonderful. Like that's one thing I miss about Georgia. In Georgia, like all I ate was fruits and vegetables. Like, I would go to the farmer's market, buy mad fruit, mad vegetables, cut my collards up and freeze them. And because my thing was sweet potatoes and collards. That was my snacks. AJ, her favorite food was blueberries back then. Like all she would eat was like fruits and stuff. And she don't even believe that shit now. Now she be telling that story like it's a fun. When I was a baby, I used to eat nothing but fruits. Can you believe that? I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so farmers markets are everything, bro. So are you at least getting your vegetables into?
I was cooking earlier today before I had to take my mom somewhere. Sweet potatoes, broccoli stems, and what? And carrots.
Stems.
You know the stem of the broccoli.
You don't eat the treetops?
I eat the treetops too, but I can't cook that with everything else because those in the air fryer they fry quick.
Oh, okay. Okay, it was in the air fryer. All right, I was about to say, what kind of weird person just eats the stems? You only if you eat anything that's just, it's supposed to be the treetops. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I eat the whole thing, but I can't just see somebody just eating the stem. Like, you need a little treetop with that.
Yeah, it's cooked separately. I cooked the chicken, the treetops, as you call them, and then the
Mm-hmm.
sweet potatoes, all that separately.
Mm. Well, as long as you're getting your greens in, yeah, go for it. Because that, I mean, it's not like, outside of the natural sweetness of the certain fruits, it's not like they're unhealthy. So
Plus, I just haven't had a taste for like other stuff lately.
I love it when my body goes through that. I love it. And especially like if I've been to a farmer's market, or I've been like, I would preferably be at a farmer's market because I can't shop right and all of them other places like you be doing the most. But if I got like a plethora of fruits and vegetables, oh yeah, and my body goes on that term, man, listen, that shit, especially like I used to get high as hell and just sit there and eat grapes and strawberries and bananas and probably have me some a bowl of collards. Like like that used to be my shit. I got that from my aunt because my aunt lost, she was losing a lot of weight. Like she plays tennis, and I had
Ooh,
smoked with her. Yeah, she's a fucking animal too. Since she had like almost, was she like almost 60? She like
ooh.
50 between 50, she like got to be like 55. I think she's like 2 years younger than my mom, but she still plays like, and is a beast, like to the point where like she be having to be moved out of certain tournaments into like higher, like she be playing against younger people, 20-year-olds and stuff, whooping their ass. She's an animal. But and she's a big girl too. So when she started losing weight, she just would get high, and when she get high, she just sit there and eat her grapes and watch her TV. So I would, when I go down south, I'd get high, smoke with her, and just be sitting there eating fruits and vegetables. Like, oh yeah, I could do this. This is good. So that's where I got it from. But it works, man. Because you get the munchies, you're gonna be eating a lot. So
Did
might as
she
well.
introduce you to weed, or was it somebody up here?
Huh?
Who introduced you to weed? Her or somebody up here?
You said what? Who introduced you to what?
To weed? Because I don't know if we ever talked about your start of your habit.
First time I ever smoked, I smoked my mom's joint
Oh,
in her bathroom, yeah. I was supposed to fight this girl, and the girl was very rah-rah. And I was like, I know that this is supposed to, I was like 12. I was like, I know this is supposed to make me calm. So I'm gonna just smoke it. And I smoked it. And my grandpa took me to the bus stop, got on the bus, got to school, and then somehow like she was in my face, and the only thing she was in my face to tell me was that she wasn't trying to fight me. And
oh,
I'm like, bro, you just told me yesterday, you wrote me a letter, because that was back in letters, so you wrote me a letter that you wanted to fight me over this boy named Tristan.
who was trifling?
Yeah, I mean, he was actually, he's the reason my nudes got leaked when I became an adult, when I was like 20. I think it was like 19, 20, 21 maybe. But yeah, so he is a little trifling. I mean, I ain't got no beef with him now, because I had leaked his nudes after mine were leaked, because he didn't leak them, but he was the reason that they got leaked. And I was like, bro, you got till 4 o'clock. I was like some thug. You got till 4 o'clock to fix this, because if you don't fix this by 4, I'm not going down by myself. He's like, you gotta understand, that's the mother of my child. I can't just do that. I said, all right, bet. She ain't the mother of my child. I put his whole nudes up on the Facebook.
On Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting that Facebook was popping back in the day.
Yeah, this is before like Instagram. I think I put him on Instagram too, but it was definitely on Facebook. And I had the bowl that night too, so I put him on there. And I was walking through the bowl night. Everybody's like, ma'am, uh, your Facebook. I'm like, oh, there's a reason for that. He had till 4 o'clock. But yeah, so that was that was the first time I tried. Then after that, I didn't really smoke. I smoked a little bit freshman year. Then when I moved up here a little bit sophomore year, then I stopped until I was like 18. Then I smoked once with my tattoo artist. We went to a tattoo show thing, convention, and on our way back we smoked. I wonder if he remembers that. We smoked, and was like, yo, I'm fucked up. Like when you don't smoke for a while and then you smoke, I mean like years and years, and then you smoke again, it's just like you be real fucked up. Like it'd be like a first high again. So then after that I was like, nah, I'm good. Like that was a bit much for me. And then I stopped until 2012, I think. Yeah, like 2012, 2013. Then I started again. Yeah.
You had quite the journey.
Yeah, you know what? Cause I stopped drinking in 20. When did I turn? How old am I? 32 or 31? 32?
Very
32. Yeah, so I stopped drinking 10 years ago. Is when I turned 22 on my 22nd birthday. I got too fucked up, and after that I was like, yeah, nah, I can't be out here drinking like that. So then I just started smoking.
smoking.
Yeah, so that's how that came about. But I'm not gonna say it was always gonna happen, but it was like, you know, I prefer to smoke over drink, as you can see, because yesterday was a hard day for me. Um, but yeah, it is what it is, you know.
I tried to get into wine, but wine gives me such a fucking headache.
Yeah, and I had like it was like the very top of my head that was throbbing. I was like, what is this? So yeah, I'm good on that one. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it. It was, I mean, it is what it is.
Hmm. So, since we don't want to keep you up until midnight, let's toward the end.
You said what?
Since I don't want to keep you to midnight, let's start venturing toward the end of this episode.
Yeah, because I'm only on 8%, so I'm just gonna be dying soon.
So, with this being the last episode of the year, do you have a New Year's resolution that you want to put out?
I don't do New Year's resolutions.
Okay, then what would
Yeah, no, I don't have a New Year's resolution. There's things that I'm going to work on, but it was going to happen whether it be, because for me, my New Year is my birthday. That's when I feel my restart. I feel like New Year's, like from going from 20 to 21. Because nothing ever happens good for me. Oh, my new year about to be popping. Shit don't be, it don't move the way I say it's gonna move. So I'm not even like amping it up, like, oh, this is gonna be my year. Because honestly, every year was supposed to be my year, and honestly, 2020 was more my year than all of them other years. So it's like, um, I'm not, I'm not looking for anything from 2021. I'm just looking for me to continue on, being open to learning and being open and receptive to change and opportunity. And that's it. Like, I don't have no resolution. I mean, I was a pretty decent person this year. Don't need to change nothing about me. I'm pretty all right, you know.
I would say beyond all right, but you downplay yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But like this year was so much growth for me that it's like I'm yeah, I don't need to I don't need to resolve anything. I'm good.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
What about you?
Um, what's that? The Lord's Prayer. Accept what I can, accept
Oh yeah.
what I can't.
Yeah, have the courage to know the difference.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, say yeah, there you go. That's it. Like I can't change that. Oh, all right, let me not put my energy in that. And that's about it. And moving with intention, that's another thing. That's another big thing that I've learned this year and that I plan to carry on into the future, moving with intention. Because when you have a set destination, it's easier for the universe to get you there.
Mm, do you have a quote?
No, never do.
Sometimes I think this might be the day.
But you
Uh,
know what though? I'll use this time to thank you for putting together those quotes that you be doing for me. I think that is so dope of you.
I still have more. It's just I was.
And the thing is, I never like I'm always like I don't remember when I said that. Like, that's what every time you post, I'm like, I said that. That's a good one.
Well, you know, with that said, you posted one recently. I may use that for my quote of this episode. Let me just
Oh,
pull
okay,
up.
check you out.
Let me pull out my life. Don't ask me if I'm okay if you aren't prepared or willing to hear no. People will
Mm.
ask you that, and when the answer isn't convenient for them, now you're a problem.
Oof, preach, Sean.
Oh,
That
you.
is so true.
I,
Yeah, that oh man, that ties back into like a lot of the conversation we had today. Yeah, you can't. People would sit there and be like, "Oh, are you okay?" And it's just like, don't ask me an empty question, beloved. If I'm not okay, what you going to do about it? Are you going to listen to me? Are you going to ask me if I'm okay? Because if you ask me, "Are you okay?" and I say no, and you just leave me hanging with that no, now I'm even worse than I started. And it's
I,
like, "Ooh, thought you had a friend."
I learned a long time ago that you can't answer how are you truthfully.
Mm, preach. Most people don't care, or they don't want to hear it.
That's why I fuck with them now.
Mm. What you be saying?
I sometimes tell the truth. Oh, I'm just feeling suicidal today. How are you?
Shit. Exactly. Shut up.
Yeah, I do that. I say, oh, I think my mom might be dying, possibly of cancer, son. It just don't look good. How are you doing?
You feel me? Like, yeah, I bet you wasn't expecting that one, huh?
And I say
It is what it
casually
is.
just to see if they catch on. Sometimes
Mm.
they don't. I just be like, you're such an asshole. You just want.
Exactly. To the point where it's like you didn't even. Why even ask me the question? Like, why even ask? People be weird. Why she go outside with no damn jacket on?
What's going on? Is there a crackhead in your area? What is this?
No, my sister. Cause
Oop,
we got that
I take that statement back quick.
no, we got the doorbell camera. So I was looking at it and she was walking up to the thing, but she ain't had no jacket on. She been running people out cookies and shit.
Yo, it was so fun installing that thing. I'm just glad I didn't get shot.
Same shit. Same. But yeah, all right, yeah, let's wrap this up. If you're looking for me online, you can find me at Shonda Nicole one on Instagram and Twitter, and honestly across the board. um Website shondanicole.com. I think they're still up. I haven't updated it though, but blah 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 blah. And where can they find you, Amari?
Find me at wherever I look on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, probably Pinterest.
Google, the front page.
Get on the front page every now and then, but more so on different days. More so better when it's on Discovery because those are major money days.
Mm,
Like I'm pretty sure I made two to three, 400 just from that.
dang. Get it. Get it.
It's a good month, but when it's a good month, that also means the tax man is coming.
Oh yeah, well that too. They can't let you just enjoy it.
Oh, and these places, when you completely different thing, more of a clubhouse conversation. These places don't take taxes out of you. You have to do the taxes after they pay you, and that's a bitch.
Oh yeah, buddy.
But that's a different story for a different time. I'm gonna make sure that you get to have your beauty rest because I know you don't like staying up too late.
Please, I'm probably gonna get on the clubhouse.
I was checking it every now and then. I'm just like, I don't like any of this shit that they talking about.
Yeah, I haven't even scrolled through yet, so I ain't tripping.
Because I'm just getting tired of these weird ass straight men who date trans women, let's talk, and all these weird ass subjects that are in the hallway.
The fuck is this girl?
How black women giving up on black men. It's like, why is this even showing up in my fucking feed?
Yo, it's some of them that I just be like, what? Like, what? Okay. Like, I some of the conversations, and you get a room that's like, oh, are black men the white men, or are black men the white women of black culture, and then you get another room that's like, why they think black men are the white? It's just like,
Imagine this shit goes public.
I'll probably be off of it by then.
Probably. It's gonna become like the new MySpace.
Yeah, it's just like I keep saying, once it goes, like, no offense to your other phone, but once the Android users got to Instagram, everything went to shit. Like, And I feel like it's once it's released to public, and I don't know if you saw me post on I don't know if you saw me post on Instagram when I was letting people know, like, look, if you just get in the clubhouse, don't come over here, asking me no kind of questions. If you see me in the room, mind your business.
Yeah, you said
I'm probably doing research. It's just like a bunch of people that came from, like, well, I ain't gonna say a bunch of people, but I'm seeing people from Facebook and from Instagram, and I'm like, in my mind, like, I know it's a fucked up thing to say, but in my mind, I'm like, what do you bring to the table?
and it's like it's the names of people and their pictures are getting stranger and stranger as the days go on.
Exactly, and it's like it's like people busting through, like, oh,
Like,
I got
who
in the
invited
clubhouse.
you to this?
And that's what I'll be saying. I'll be looking at the invite, like, who nominated you, beloved? Like, I really, like, at first I seen, like I said, me and Ant's mutual friend was up there, and I was like, you better not send that nigga no invite. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when I'm on Facebook, it's I post more so family stuff. Everybody on Facebook knows me, my family. They know, everybody on my Facebook knows me, my family. They know who my boyfriend is, etc. That's not saying, well, I got, but it's just like, say I had made a post about being cute or wanting to be told that I was cute, and my sister told me that I was cute, and I was like, bitch, maybe somebody that doesn't have my face. And then I get, oh, everybody's asking me if me and you is okay because you looking for attention on social media. Like, what?
Oh God.
Right. So it's just like, all right. Then I go over to Instagram, and some of the same people or your Facebook will find you on Instagram, and then they want to follow you on Instagram, thinking that just your content going to be the same. And now you over here like, oh, she be posting this, she be posting that. Nah, like, mind your business. Like, she just be posting, and you don't understand me enough so that you don't understand where I'm coming from, or you know what I mean. Like, it's not for one of those, it's not for you type things. Like, my audience knows who, what, or how to receive the shit that I say. You know what I'm saying? They know, okay, she be funny, like, she be joking a lot, like, all right. Or they know, okay, well, she only posts like this when she going through something, so let me hit her up and check on her. Like, my people know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not, like, don't just be coming over here, jumping in my business. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen on Clubhouse. Because if y'all already telling me, oh, I'm looking for attention when I post things, and I don't even post, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like post pictures of me. I don't really like take pictures and stuff like that. So it's like,
No,
if
you always behind the camera.
huh?
You always behind the camera.
Exactly. So it's just like, I don't want another platform where I'm just gonna be monitored. You know what I'm saying? Where my business is just out here to be monitored. And it's like, once I started seeing people, like, mad people from Facebook, I'm like, okay, you don't have no business. You don't even have a business mindset. You don't, you know what I mean? Like, you don't, what are you here for? What kind of networking do you plan on doing here? Because you don't be doing shit. Like, are you here to just talk shit? If so, then get off this fucking platform and go back to Facebook and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I already know it's going to be diluted. That's why, like, I look for certain rooms now. I look for smaller rooms. I'm looking to see who's in the room. I'll jump in, see what the conversation is about, and then I jump out. Like, I don't need nobody. Did you use your pointer finger as your fingerprint?
Hmm?
You just opened your phone with your pointer finger?
No, I keep forgetting that you actually can see.
Get your Android ass out of here, honey. You don't open no iPhone with no pointer finger. You use your thumb. Weirdo. Gosh.
You just realize I'm a weirdo?
Nah, I knew that. And then I tell AJ, because AJ be like, "Ugh, I'm such a weirdo." And I'm like, yeah, I only know good weirdos though. Um,
I don't think most people call themselves weird or even weird.
yeah, no, I just listen. My thing is, if I tell her, talk nice to yourself, because if ain't nobody in the world gonna talk nice to you, you got to be able to talk nice to yourself. But yeah, I can't. I don't want it to be watered down, and these niggas don't be having no business up there. They just be wanting to be up there. They probably just want to be up there. I ain't got time for all of that shit. What I want is to get up here and enjoy my conversations and not feel like I can't. say things because somebody might hear this the wrong way, or I can't enjoy certain topics because somebody's going to think, oh, you're not supposed to talk like that, or you talking crazy or something like that. Like, nah, like I want to be able, like I honestly, like when I first got on Clubhouse, it was feeling like 2009 Twitter mixed with a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like. It's just like, you got your enough of ratchet, but not too ratchet.
Yeah.
Now it's just like
It's just overwhelmed with ratchet shit, and then a few spattering of like real estate
exactly. Here's
currency.
learn how to flip this
Pretty
Bitcoin.
much of a
Like, bruh, what the hell? And not for nothing, if you actually go into some of them rooms, the
mm-hmm.
advice that they giving ain't really advice. It's just mad standard shit. Like I went into one of the rooms and they was talking about my boy was like, how can I utilize my credit card to push forward my business? And they're like, yeah, just use cash back, or just spend on your cash back. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure there's other ways. That's not the only way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't impressed with the response that they was giving. I was just like, bro, you could have Googled that.
A lot of them not fucking experts. And I have to admit, that's one thing I kind of got disappointed about. It's like I thought if he was a moderator or something like that, that you actually knew shit.
Yeah,
Sometimes
no, you just start the room, or you just, have a hand in who gets to talk and shit.
I found that so offensive.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like this. When you go into a room, you just for me, like most of the rooms that I'm going into, if I'm trying to like sit down and like really enjoy the conversation or learn something new, I'm not I'm about to Google you. Like if I don't know anybody in the room, I'm gonna Google you. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody like a celebrity or somebody that I know from that field, like maybe they like an EP or somebody, then I'm gonna sit and listen to what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like when people who are identifiable in those positions prior to Clubhouse, when they speak, especially, like, all right, I'm listening, and if I see them paying attention to somebody that they know, then it's like, all right, I'll listen to them and see what they have to talk about as well. But I'm not just going in there, just taking everything you hear. Nah, that's why most of the rooms that I go into, it's more so the conversations are more so experience based. Like, this is what I went through, this is how I grew up, this is what the culture is like here, that type of thing, opposed to just,
Oh my god, I love hearing these Black British voices.
oh my God, me too. Oh my gosh. It's so awesome. That
The
should be
ratchet
fire.
is fuck over there.
And they are. That the conversations about the Americans and stuff, that should be having me cracking up. But yeah, that's another thing that I really enjoy about them is the accents.
But I'm gonna keep taking up your time if you let.
Word, because we said we was ending this like 30 minutes ago. We found another 30 minutes of talk time.
Which reminds me, one last thing. Is it just me or does this Apple just not like to like, go to certain Wi-Fi and just cuts itself off? Is it crazy?
Um, Mine doesn't, but that's because I've pretty much like logged into just to my Wi-Fi. I don't. Yeah, nah, mine stays on.
Maybe it's just my job's Wi-Fi. I don't know. Either way,
Maybe because I know like it's a Wi-Fi booster downstairs. It's the thing downstairs in Amir's room, and then there's one in Bean's room and one in my father's room. So it's a lot of Wi-Fi boosters in my house. So it's like we don't really be going out of Wi-Fi. Like I can go out to my garage and still have Wi-Fi.
okay, so apparently I need to step my Wi-Fi game up. Better yet, my job needs to, since what's I can't speak on
Yeah. No.
that.
Yep. Job. That's it. But all right. It's been a joy, a long joy, but
I
Happy
um
New Year, guys.
I appreciate you, Shauna, and the people who are listening.
Likewise. Be nice to people, but don't take no shit.
Also, be nice to people, but also realize when you're taking it too far, not getting reciprocated.
Mm. Be nice to people conditionally.
Hello.
Let your niceness come with conditions.
Because if you don't have conditions, you may not have standards.
Hey, and then you're gonna get walked over like a doormat on the front door.
And remember, doormats eventually fade and become replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
And
do
people wipe their feet on them, and you just not wiping your feet on me
Let's
because
don't
I
do
don't do feet.
hands. So, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas,
Oh yeah, I
Happy
forgot all about Christmas. I skipped right to New Year, didn't I?
Happy Kwanzaa if you celebrate it. Is there any other holidays?
Um,
Hanukkah, Kwanzaa,
I was
Christmas.
gonna say, isn't there something Jewish coming up too?
What are they in Hanukkah?
Oh, yeah, I don't be knowing shit.
They lighting the menorah.
Oh yeah, that is around. Yeah. With the 7 days, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Mm.
happy holidays to everybody. We'll say that.
Yeah, I forgot there's always that one too.
Mm-hmm. I just be happy holidays. I don't even be specifying it because people. I ain't even Christian. I don't celebrate
Oh,
Christmas. All right, but you still got off, so calm down.
oh, Hanukkah passed already. My bad.
Did it?
Started on the 10th and on the 18th.
Dang.
Usually it goes right through Christmas, but
I
maybe
thought so too. Oh, it must be some new shit.
it changes every year. Anyway, so have a good night, sweet dreams, productive tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I got staining tomorrow. Ooh. But all right. Okay. All right. That is it for me. Bye bye.
Hey, hey.